go just negotiate his own show on Revolt. I know what you're about to have my own show on Revolt, man. It's a cold world. It's a cold world. It's a cold world. Some smart shit, man. We're gonna bring some smart shit and some gangster shit.
I love it, man. Thank you. I need the help, brother.
No, man, I need the help. Thank you, man. This is a repeat. Y'all see it. It's happening.
Every day, new accusations of abuse are made against Diddy CMS, one of the top hip-hop stars since November 2023. Mogul has been attempting to make amends. Since Cassie Ventura was the first to speak forward, a number of other people have also accused Diddy of coercion and extortion. We are outside of Diddy's house, Colleen, and yesterday it was crowded with law enforcement and Homeland Security agents. Today it's just the media, but it's still unclear where he was during those raids. On Monday, dozens of Homeland Security agents raided Sean Diddy Coles' High Hills home. Posing queries, it's fair to assume that not many people are aware of what's happening, and I'll wager that he isn't really mindful of it either. Mansion at the heart of an investigation into federal sex trafficking. The same scenario at his Florida residence was allegedly led out by the HSI Southern District of New York, according to law authorities. Law enforcement agents were seen removing boxes from Diddy's LA home and even going through the cushions in the outdoor pool furniture. His 2 sons were detained there for a while but were not arrested. ABC News was able to obtain photos of Diddy's love plane in Antigua. HSI agents in Miami and Los Angeles were seen aiding in the search and seizing a number of electronics. No idea who, if anybody, was aboard the aircraft, but his legal representatives have questioned why now, in response to all the allegations. Maybe now was just the appropriate moment to file a lawsuit against Diddy.
And just over 24 hours later, they settled. And they both say that they've settled it amicably.
Which means no huge public trial, but it does raise a question.
If he was really this concerned, knowing what she was alleging, why didn't he settle it the day before she filed?
Because he didn't think she would.
He called her bluff. If her bluff is, I'm gonna file a lawsuit.
And he said, no, you won't.
Why would he say that?
Because he's Diddy.
The very next day, after Cassie's lawsuit was settled, Diddy's lawyers swiftly spun it as nothing more than a romantic feud between 2 people who had ended their 10-year relationship amicably. They claimed that the $30 million settlement was only meant to settle an old debt. He had to discover that he had to fight Diddy, no matter how big or small, and that he had to pretty much win them because if he lost them and they produced proof, he would be completely destroyed. He had to fight those lawsuits, and if you know what I know, he will fight him. What do you mean by that, man? I received calls from women who said they had experienced situations where, to put it in a roundabout way, if law enforcement officials heard about it, they had broken the law with them. And, as a result, he had committed a crime. And if those women went to find attorneys to handle their case, he would be facing criminal charges because the act, which they explained to me, involved criminal acts such as drugging, touching, raping, and all that. At this point, I won't mention the names of the women or put them in public, since they are now well-known figures in the community. All of the victims who have come forward have been accused by Diddy's attorneys of trying to pull a money grab. Diddy has repeated a similar view, asserting that he is the true victim of this situation and that all of the accusations made against him are lies, either to gain influence or to profit from the rap.
Hey, yo, check this out. Shorty was, she was coming out like a bomb. And I said, yo, that's one of my most favorite places to perform. I'm like, yo, that shit was so fucking lit. I was like, I gotta come, because I love you.
Even after all of the allegations, some of Diddy's supporters are still devoted because they find it difficult to believe that someone they've looked up to since the early 1990s could be responsible for such a horrific act while attempting to assist me. Music featuring Oh Wait. Maybe I said that since you've had 2 far kills. However, here's the thing, in addition to being accused of sex crimes, the rap mogul Diddy has also been accused of planning lethal assaults.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, gangsta. I don't know how they gonna prove it. I doubt if they could be able to prove it, unless, and this is what I keep telling people, he didn't pay Cassie for what she knew. I mean, for what she said, he paid her for what she didn't say. Because if you already they say she had already, the lawsuit had already been out there. So she basically leaked And that she leaked was horrible. So I guess that she didn't tell us was about. So imagine what that she held in was about. You get what I'm saying? Because she had to have some leverage after you done told everybody, now why would I pay you? If paying you get what I'm saying? Well, but I paid you because I need you to shut up. Basically, you let a little air out the tire, but you let me know that I got the real information. Remember that night you said, oh yeah, because you see what he did with Lil Rod? He told Lil Rod, oh, I did it, I did this, I did that. So it ain't far-fetched for him to be done told Cassie way more than that, if that's the type of character you are. So you gotta understand, people who have never shot nobody, they gonna talk about shooting the same person every time they get a chance. But if who done shot a lot of people, you know, they gonna forget their situation, they gonna forget stuff. People gotta tell their story. Trust me. They gotta, yeah, you ain't gonna remember if it's what you do. You ain't gonna remember unless you sitting with the homies and y'all like, remember, you like, oh,
It wasn't until recently that Diddy disclosed that he may have been involved in the Tupac and Biggie Smalls murders, which are still remembered by many as the darkest period in hip-hop history. According to Diddy, his nephew was the one who actually killed Tupac. He needed to be a stand-up man because that dude sat up there and did that time for you or anything like that. And then you had this man living down there and the police living alling bad man you see like you just people for dead man. Underscore I'm whining about you. You underscore incorrect man. Deal with it, Gene. You know that one of my friends in his 30s, according to what I've heard, gets clothing every quarter. Then you gave this other guy underscore a fresh underscore undercidiso or Myad another underscore component of the recreation company. Oh my god, buddy, before I met your underscore ass man underscore I was ecstatic. Is incorrect, man. Come on, mate, I need something to throw up on or something to sit there and speak about you, Daddy Love. Please, Mr. Love, show us some love. I'll be watching you, dude. You haven't said anything like keep me or keep you. Instead, you simply stroll around me as if I'm on the grass or something. Please, man, get in touch with me. Methods to get around that. Guy goddamn daddy love you ain't no love, that ain't love, it ain't love at all. What the man, you know what I'm saying, ways around that, buddy, with my kids, anything toss someone child something. That's that's not cool, guy. I promise you understand what I mean. Gene transaction John GPD, come on, mate, you forgot where you came from. I know what I'm saying, I'm like some on the grass, and you know I was in prison, just everybody, man, god damn it, you just leave terrible in everyone's mouth, guy. You may toss in the towel, but why wouldn't KD provide the whole story? Nonetheless, former associates have said publicly that the decision to strike Tupac was made by Mogul, and as a result, Biggie was accidentally murdered in the crossfire. There aren't many rivalries in hip-hop history as significant as Tupac vs. Biggie. This feud served as a metaphor for a larger conflict between the East and West coasts. Soulja Knight's Death Row ruled the West, while Diddy's Bad Boy Records ruled the East.
Keep his guards up, we ride with him.
And then he dissed Puff Daddy.
Any artists out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, and don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record.
Puffy, I'm gonna give you some real advice. 2 quick things. You gotta make a decision. When you go to prison, either you're gonna be standing up pissing or squatting sitting down pissing. I advise you to try to take the first one, because you know if you're squatting pissing on the seat, you know what that means. Oh yeah, by the way, do not do your time going by Brother Love. Brother Love is not a good code name for prison. I'm out.
Seju said that Diddy was involved in the killing of one of his close friends, and that the Bloods were following Diddy everywhere. This is said to have alarmed the Bad Boy CEO, and the only way to get Soulja off his back was to take away his source of income and watch as Death Row falls apart. I warned you not to believe them now, Puffy. Please don't murder Tupac, guys. Since then, 50 Cent has attested to it, and KD has made inferences that Diddy was the one to release a song featuring Tupac.
I think Diddy did it on purpose. And me knowing Puff, I know he did it on purpose. I think Puff sacrificed him, man. I know it sounds far-fetched. I was one of the people that didn't believe he did it to kill him. So I get it, you know, but when I look at that situation, it's like, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Nothing else makes sense. Like, why? Like, you're not cut like that. You're a bitch. We all know you're a bitch. Those who really know you don't want no real drama. You doing that shit. He act like that now because the world's soft. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the Suge Knights, it ain't the gangsters out here no more. It's the controlled environments and slapping around little rods and shit like that. But Big Meech ain't out. You see what he did? Big Meech kill your best friend, you get him a deal. Like, he's a bitch. You get what I'm saying? That's not saying me disrespecting him, his actions. This is the definition of his actions. He's a bitch.
Zay's empire really did crumble after Tupac's murder. He went from being the biggest name in the industry to someone people wouldn't touch with a 10 FT pole. Meanwhile, Diddy was living large with the notorious Big. The only thing that bothers me, and still going to bother me to my death, is that 1-1. I tried to save these kids' lives out, that kid life out there. Big told me his whole life story. In that one day, do you understand me? All his dreams, all his hopes. I don't know why this kid did that, but this kid told me his life story, bro. I tried to stop these people from going to the party. It was his decision. You understand that cost that kid his life. Even when I tried to ride on the side of Thien truck, he going to tell me, yo Gene, if you don't get in this car, you ain't going to never work again. For bad boy, I should have said F bad boy, and did what? I knew to do. Understand that kid lost his life. It wasn't my watch, but I was there. He had his own bodyguards, but I still was there. I knew something was going to go down. I was willing to ride on the side of the damn car so I could save this kid life. Now, my man, go to him ASAP. Hef father, he goes to him. Yo puff whoopie whoop. Blaz blaz. Would you believe that Diddy had also killed his own moneymaker? According to his former associates, Diddy promised to pay Orlando Anderson over $1 million to have Tupac killed. I got to have this, or these guys it's going to be a problem in the street. Go ahead, use this until I can give you back to it, Nick said.
When the people first tried to snatch the chain, rumor back then that it was a bounty on that chain, that Puffy was saying, we want to put this chain in in our video, and that's why the guys tried to snatch the chain, and they didn't get the chain, and that's why Pac really took off and just started, you know what I mean, and fighting Orlando, because Pac looked at it like, this is my beef now. So from back then, that was the word on the streets. That was the word that was coming back.
Crazy, man. So Pac mindset when he seen Orlando at the MGM Grand was, this is the guy that Puffy sent to try to get a death row chain. And that's the only reason why he attacked Orlando at the MGM Grand, was because of Puffy.
That's why Pac did it. Because he was looking at it from a standpoint of view, like now, some people might say, oh, he got caught up in gang beef. At the end of the day, it's gang beef because, he was mainly with the Bloods, the Pirus, and they were Southside Crips from Compton. But Pac did it because he thought this was an individual trying to snatch a chain to give back to Puffy. So Pac, like, that's my beef. You know what I mean? So let me show that I'm all in I'm with you guys on this one.
Nonetheless, the rapper mogul failed to make the payment. Sources state that because police had video of Orlando Anderson and Tupac fighting at the MGM in Las Vegas, Diddy saw no reason to follow through on the payment. However, this documentary made claims that we know are untrue, so we won't even discuss them. With all due respect though, I appreciate you asking me to thank you as a journalist, because 7 years ago, I would have asked, did you have Mike kill P? But no, you do it like a journalist. Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. Here's where the details become hazy. Did Orlando kill Biggie because Diddy refused to pay, or did Sue offer him $2 million to have Biggie killed as well? Regardless, fans are beginning to see the truth.
The fact that Puffy was involved with, the Southside Crips, but, we don't really know the involvement, how far it went, you know what I mean? We don't really know if he really was part of it. Like Keefe D said that he was, he paid to get Pac and Suge, we don't know though, you know what I mean? Like, I still gotta be just, even though if I don't really, hold Puffy in a high regards, or if I look at him a certain way, doesn't mean I can just openly say things that I don't know, you know what I mean? Because we do know that he was with him, we do know he was using him for protection, but Keefe D said that Puffy paid him. You never know, you know what I mean? I believe when he said that, Puffy was scared to come to LA and he was scared of it. We know that, you know what I mean? Like he's a very scary person, so that makes sense. You know what I mean? But as far as to say, I wouldn't put it past him, to be honest. If you want to know, I wouldn't put it past him, but we don't know, you know what I mean? We don't have no proof to say, I can't really say Puffy has something to do with it because there's no proof there, other than it was a beef going on. You know what I mean? Other than it was a beef going on between, Death Row side and Bad Boy side. Everybody know that. that it was some beef and it was, you know, East Coast, West Coast rivalry, but to go as far as say, you know, we don't know.
That's up to you guys to decide.